Hello children, you're welcome back to Victoryland Virtual Class. I welcome you once again to our lesson for today. Today we have mathematics, that is our subject for the day. Our subject for the day is mathematics, okay? And our strand is numbers. A strand is numbers. And our sub-strand is counting and representing numbers from 0 to 50. I take our sub-strand again, counting and representing numbers from 0 to 50. Good. Before we come to our objectives, our previous lesson, we learned about numbers, right? Good. And we learned about counting forward by ones. We learned about counting forward by ones. I hope you can remember. Good. And we said counting forward by ones means jumping over a number to get the next number. Jumping over a number to get the next number. And we gave an example. We gave a number 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there was an arrow on top of each number. We said from 1, when we are moving forward, you add one number. So the next number you get is what? 2. So you add 1 to the previous one, and then you get what? 2. So from 1 you move to 2. From 2 you move forward again by going to the next number, which is 3. Good. Today we'll be learning about counting by ones backwards. Counting by ones backwards. Okay. Let's take our learning objectives. Our learning objectives. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to 1. Count by ones backwards. Count by ones backwards. 2. Solve a given problem. Should be able to do what? Solve a given problem. We take our objectives again. 1. Count by ones backwards. And 2. Solve a given problem. Okay, let's continue. What is counting by ones backwards? What is counting by ones backwards? Do you have anything in mind? Do you have anything in mind? Let's think about this. In our previous lesson, we said counting by ones forward means adding or jumping over a number to get the other number. And this one means, they said we are going backwards. Counting by ones backwards. Good. So think about it. Okay. Counting by ones backwards means subtracting a given number by 1. Counting by ones backwards means subtracting a given number by 1. Good. In our previous lesson, okay, good. Let's look at some few examples, okay? We have numbers from 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In our previous lesson, we did counting by ones forward. And this one, we are counting backwards. So how are we going to do this? Good. You can see the arrow. In our previous lesson, we did from 1 and the arrow shown from 1 to which number? 2. It landed on 2. And from 2, it landed on 3. But with this, let's look at it. We are starting back, we are moving backwards, okay? So we are starting from 4, then we move to which number? Let's all do it together, okay? Move from 4, then we land on the next number, which is 3. Good. Let's do it again. We start from 4, we land on the next number, which is 3. The arrows are not showing well, but I know we are doing it correctly. Then from 3, we move again to 2. From 3, we move again to 2. Then from 2, we move to the next number, which is 1. So in all this we did, we are counting backwards. We are doing what? Counting backwards. We are subtracting a given number by what? 1. We have 4. 4, and we have 4 oranges, and we take 1 out of it. How many oranges are we getting? 3. Good. So we move from 4 to the 3 oranges we have. Can we pick our counters and start counting? Good. Let's count 4. And then take 1 out of it. How many do you have now? 3. Good. So we move to the third one. Now the third one, take another 1 orange out of the 3 oranges you have. How many oranges are left? Good. You are left with 2 oranges. So meaning you are moving from the third orange to the second one. Subtract another orange, 1 orange from the 2 remaining, you are left with 1. So the last one, you move to your 1. So we moved the arrow from 4, moving backward to 3, to 2, and to 1. I hope you are following. Good. Let's do the second example. Let's try our hands on it again. We have 10, 11, 12, and 13. We have 10, 11, 12, and 13. Okay? So let's move. Where are we going to start from? We are moving backwards. We are moving backwards. In our previous lesson, we started from 10. We rather move forward by going to which number? 11. We're adding. But now we are going to do a subtract. So we'll start from backwards. The last number. Good. So let's start by moving backwards. From 13, which number are we landing? Move from 13 to which number? 12. Good. And from 12, move again to which number? 11. Then from 11 to which number? 10. Excellent. I hope you are following. Let's try one more example on our own. Let's try one more example on our own. So let's take our pencils and our jotters to write these examples. Okay. We have 7. 7. So you write it down. 7. 8. 8. 9. And 10. We have 7, 8, 9, and 10. Can we try this together? So we are going to move backwards. We are going to move backwards from 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's try our hands on it. Good. I hope you got everything correct. Excellent. So we have 7, 8, 9, and 10. Which one is the correct answer? Or what's the correct answer? We move from 10 backwards, then we move to which number? 9. Good. Then from 9, we move backwards again by subtracting. We move to 8. Then from 8, we move to our last number, which is 7. Good. Excellent. Clap for yourself. You did very well. You did very well, okay? Okay. Counting by ones backwards. Counting by ones backwards. This is a number chart showing or telling us how to count by ones backwards. In our previous lesson, we started counting forward from 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 50. We started counting up to 50, from 0 to 50. But with this, we are counting backwards. Okay? So when you are counting backwards, where are we going to start? We are going to start from which number? As shown on the screen. I hope you can count it. Instead of us starting from 0, we rather started from 50 and we ended on which number? 0. So on the last number we have 0, 1. We are counting backwards, okay? Yeah, the arrow is showing it on the screen. So counting backwards, on the last number we have 0. So now our first number on the chart is what? 50. If we were to be counting forward, it would have been 1. But since we are counting backwards, it's 50. So we have 0 down there, then 1, 2, 3, up to 50. Okay, so from here now we have 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good. I hope you followed what we just did. We counted backwards. Good. I hope you understood all what we did today. Today we learned about counting by ones backwards. And we said counting by ones backwards means subtracting a given number by 1. Counting by ones means subtracting a given number by 1. Good. Okay, let's come to our evaluation. We did very well in our studies. So let's try some more examples. Good. So fill in the missing numbers by counting backwards by ones. We are going to fill in the missing numbers by counting backwards by 1. By ones, okay? So the first question, we have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, good. I did the first one for you. So since we are counting backwards, the arrow didn't show, but when you are doing it, you bring your arrow. Okay, good. So from 0, which number are we moving? We are moving backwards. So we move to 1. Then from 1, we are moving backwards again to the next number, which is 2. Continue like that. Okay, good. Then we have 10. 10. From 10, which number will come before 8? From 10, which number will come before 8? Good. So you fill in that missing number. Then from 8, a number will come before 6. From 8, a number will come before 6. Good. You bring that missing number. The same thing, 6. After 6, there's a missing number. Then we have 4. After 4, there's a missing number. We have 2. And after 2, there's a missing number. We do the same to question number 3. From 17, we have 2 missing numbers there. Then we have 14 and 13. Then 11 and then 9. So we are going to fill in the missing numbers. Question number 4. We have 90. 90. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 missing numbers. 7 missing numbers. So we are going to bring the 7 missing numbers, then we get the next number. So with this, we are going to use our counters. Okay? Our counters will help us to solve this problem. Then from 82, we move to the which number? The next number. We have the last number, which is 37. From 37, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 missing numbers. So we fill in, then move on to the next number, which is 28. 28. So from 9, example, question number 1, we have 9 to 0, and we have to move backwards. That's already been done for you. Okay, so let's fill in the missing numbers that we have here. I wish you all the best in your assignments, and see you on our next lesson. On our next lesson, we are going to do counting by 2s forward. We did counting by 1s forward and counting by 1s backwards. The same thing we are going to do. Don't forget to take your lesson seriously and always know that God loves you. Bye.